project, it's on my Behance page in the video section. Yeah, it should be here. These are all the videos that I've done. So like the script read through, audition tapes and stuff. And here is the final project. This is the main character, the main actress. Even this was an interview that I did for my research, script read through, and also another audition tape from the second actress, which really helped me actually, because I hadn't met them yet, and to see how good their acting was, it was really helpful. And helped me when choosing my actual actresses and actors. And this is just a sort of clip of kind of, it was a task that I had to do and it's editing techniques, so it didn't take me that long, but it really helped me as well actually. And this is the final clip, which is also on YouTube here. So I'll just go through it quickly because it is 5 minutes and a bit long. This bit of the filming right here actually was really difficult. As you can see, the lighting isn't that great because it was a handheld light. But it wasn't that awful in the end. This police bit, you can see how long that is. It's like, what, 3 minutes long. And it drags on for quite a while. Also, there's a bit somewhere here with the coffee scene, which I was originally supposed to put a date at the bottom here. Actually, at the beginning, there was supposed to be a date. I'll show you where. There. It was supposed to be a date here to show that it was like 2002, and then the next year it was going to show that it's been 2 years and she's still doing the same thing. It's all lonely because it zooms out. In fact, yeah, it zooms out here. And it kind of shows all the houses and stuff, all the rooms, and how empty it is. That was really difficult to shoot as I was walking backwards out the house, and there were steps. But this is also really difficult to film because, as you can see, this paper here, it's not actual. You can see there, it's not actual filming, developing paper. It was just literally printed out. And here you can see, like, she's been stalking the person that murdered her girlfriend. The storyline isn't. I think it's a good storyline. As here it is. It's here actually. This was the first one that I did. It's actually from my GCSE English. But I really like the story, so I chose to do it for my final major project. That's the first one. And there's a second one now with there's a bit where I really where is it? This bit here, I think it is. Yeah, this was going to be really visual. It was going to be a man sitting on a chair, getting beaten up like from behind. You're going to see the back of him on the chair and her punching him, and like spit would be like splurting out of his mouth to the side. And then there'd be close-ups and everything would be really tense. But unfortunately, my actors didn't get back to me in time, so I didn't actually get to film that, which I was really disappointed about. But anyway, I think it turned out okay. So also the wording in this is a bit here. Where is it? I loved you once. Here's here, yeah. I loved you once, but this crime of passion has made me hate you more than I've ever hated anyone. I didn't use those exact words, and also this crime of passion just sounds like really cheesy, so I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. Didn't use that even. Also, with the end scene here, that was supposed to be about 30 seconds long, and it was literally just supposed to be her saying to him, blah, 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 to which he broke down. In no time I was covered in blood. I do not remember killing her. I wish I did, but I do not. But I don't. See, it's also cheesy as well. So I'm really sorry, PC Newport. I cannot help you with your investigation. Am I free to go? That was literally all I wanted. how to say it, and for him to just sit there. But instead he kind of chose to make it really realistic. It was actually really good, and kind of he did drag it on for quite a long time. But also my filming was very good because I was zooming in, as you can see. I didn't actually put it in the edit, but here and here it changes quite a lot, and I was moving, and it just wasn't that good. But anyway, I think it looks good. It looks nice now, like good. But I would have done it a lot different if I had chosen to do it before. If I wasn't concentrating on the work, on other pieces of work. Anyway, so I got my CV here, my personal statement. I haven't put my work experience up yet. My email, telephone number. I need to change my telephone number. And the focus that I'm going to do. So basically, when I go to uni, I'm going to use this for my my work. I'm going to put all my journalism pieces, because that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to study journalism, hopefully. I'm going to put all my work on here, so it's really a portfolio. A reflective journal is, I think, I kind of like having a reflective journal because you can just ramble on and it doesn't really matter what you write, as long as obviously there are limits. But yeah, this is kind of the first bit is my the story, and this is my proposal. Final major project. This is actually supposed to be in what's it called? A chart, but it didn't go in to there, obviously. Yeah, they're just like some small pieces, and then towards the end it gets like bigger, like here. This is towards the end. I wrote this today, because it's actually my second like screen recording, because the first one wasn't very good. I wasn't really happy with it. I've also got my English book up there and some Barnet TV stuff that I did. I didn't actually get to make the ident, which I thought my idea was really good, but I didn't actually get to make it because I just didn't really know how. I looked it up. It was really difficult, and I didn't really have a lot of help from the person I was originally going to ask, because she was at uni. Anyway, the task was basically I had to do a 10 to 15 second ident for Barnet TV, which had to include different categories and basically tell you what Barnet TV want to do, what they do, and what their aim is. I researched into the idents, chose some good ones, and I did an essay on that. I don't know where that is. I did a essay on that though. Yeah, here. Yeah, it's a short essay, but that's what I did. And then I also did some work looking into idents. This is here. So as you can see, I chose some different ones and some logos and how they've changed over the years, and different categories and some adverts. And this, I really like this advert. This is this is a really good ident. I've written about that. I think I could have written a bit more, but I got a distinction for that, so it's good. And yeah, just conclusion and all that stuff. So that was, I actually really enjoyed that. I enjoyed writing essays more anyway. Then I got, oh wait, no, this isn't, did I write? No, yeah. This is just what I handed out. Research and blah blah blah. Do you know what this is? Oh, this is just research. And I also, this is for the final major project. This was time, facilities, materials and equipment. So all the equipment I'd be using the costumes and props and stuff, and the chart. This is basically a page of what I'm going to have to do. It's for example, here it says I'll have to ask my actors when they're available and work around them, which is obvious because actually I had an issue with this because one of my actors, the second the actress that was playing Lucy, she cancelled. She almost cancelled on me last minute, which wasn't great. But so I had to work around her, and it turned out that she was actually going to be really close to where I was going to be filming. So I just worked around her, and it was just a lot easier. So yeah, that's that. And then there's just about my target audience. They were basically going to be young, because I believe that younger people are more open now to the LGBT community and a lot of issues that are arising, and whereas the older generation, without sounding rude, aren't as open. I think that because they were brought up so strict and so correct, they aren't as open, and obviously there are a lot of people that are kind of out now, and more comfortable coming out. Let me find all my scripts. So I did about 6 scripts. There's the third one. Oh, that's the one. Okay, I can't find my first and second script. This is the third one, and then there's, as you can see, it's quite short. It's not done correctly. This is, and then I've got the 5th one, which is okay, but it wasn't. There was one that's really bad. I think it's this one actually. That was written completely wrong. It was words wrong and everything. Oh no, that was this one. This one. See, everything. This is supposed to be here. This one's supposed to be like this. Supposed to be spaced out and moved to sides and stuff. And it's just awful, that one. But I didn't actually get to do a final one because I had a lot more work to do, and I had to edit and focus, and that was my main focus. Risk assessment was fairly easy. This is just the things that came up when filming, and that I thought were going to come up in filming. So animals, camera equipment, and how to kind of, you have to kind of be careful, like what to watch out for and stuff. The risk, yeah, literally the risk. These are just research pages even. So this is the music I was going to use. Videos of birds I've used to kind of like put it into my head what I really wanted to do. And there's a split screen that I was also going to do, but I didn't end up doing because it was really difficult. This is a release form which I got my actors to sign. Not my actor. Yeah, my actors. Sorry. Problem solving. I did 2 problem solvings. This was before. This one here is before I filmed, and this one here is after. It's a lot different. I mean, they're kind of the same things, as they have the same headaches and stuff, but you can kind of see how different they are. Like, for example, let's say, what was the last one? For actors, that's basically saying that I had a lot of actors and stuff. I had a lot of actors that wanted to be in the film, but not a lot replied. And this is basically saying that one of them was ill. The main actress was ill, and a lot of them just didn't like. One of them just was really rude and didn't message me back, and even I called her and everything, but no reply. And this is for my questionnaire that I did, and I just kind of handed it out, and I got some results from that. I also got a really strange result, which was, what's your opinion on LGBT pride? One of the women that I asked, she actually said she thought it was really outdated, which I can understand, but at the same time I think that it's really nice for the LGBT community to have that kind of pride where they can be open about themselves and stuff, but now it's kind of becoming a regular thing to be like, oh yeah, I have a gay friend, or yeah, my uncle's gay, or my auntie's gay or something, it's not that much of an issue anymore. Whereas before, in the olden days, it was kind of like, yeah, we're here, and we're not afraid to kind of show you that we're here. This is the action plan. This is in my final major project proposal. I didn't really stick to that, but I did try. I did really try. And the location release form, which I got signed. It's the editing essay, which actually really helped me, along with the where is it? The editing techniques that really helped me. So it just describes what a montage is, and like there are, what else is this actually? Jump cut and various other things. Yeah, so I've written about that in here, and that really helped me actually. What else is there? Budget, and I did that twice because I realised that I didn't do a total in this one. I didn't write much. I just kind of wrote everything and didn't like really realise what I was writing. Even though it took me hours. It took me quite long, like half an hour or something, maybe an hour. But it did really. It did take quite a long time. Like it was kind of more brain work than anything. Anyway, yeah, this is also my action plan. So I had first decided that we were going to go to the library in Enfield Town, and this was basically what I wanted to do, but I ended up doing nothing like that. So I had to do 3 of them. What else is there? Oh, the research essay. There's two research essays. So this is basically me making it simpler for myself. I used all of this information, I did do it, but I didn't put it in the essay. I just printed it out, and I put, look here, I just printed out this as it is, and these headings and stuff, so I do, for example, Bonnet TV as a heading, and then I print out this page, and that would be under the heading in my folder. Throughout the year, for my documentary, there's a lot of work that I did for my documentary. I also had my friend's script, who's at university, and her script really helped me with mine, which is really good actually. I did actually write this for her beforehand, but yeah, this one really helped me, and also practicing by doing hers really helped me as well. This is just a call sheet. This did have an image in it, but I don't know where it's gone. It's the proposal. Proposal. Did I do the question? Yeah, so this is the commissioning report, essay report, I don't know why that's red. But yeah. The proposal, I did change it, I did edit this, but I printed it out and I didn't save it, so but this is the proposal that I originally did about a film that I did, which was basically reversing gender roles with society, because in films and documentaries and etc., men are always seen as the crazy ones, but I wanted to kind of put it out there, it's not always men. Women actually can be like rapists and murderers and psychopaths and etc., and it's not just men. Yeah, this proposal was focus group essay. It wasn't really an essay, it was just she only said do like a page or a bit less, so this is pretty much everything. This is about a documentary called Love is Love, but not in Russia, because I had to research a lot about the what's it called? About Vladimir Putin and about what his views are and about the government and the rules over there and stuff. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh god, I've said that. So this is okay. So we had to do 2 scripts. We had to do a documentary and a drama about the same place. Now I actually wrote the whole drama script, so it wasn't just this page. I did the whole thing, but because I didn't have to do the whole thing, I actually deleted the rest and I only kept 1 page of it, which I realised was absolutely ridiculous. But I must have been half asleep when I was doing it, because now thinking back, it's just ridiculous that I deleted the whole thing. I just kept all of it and only printed out 1 page to give to her, because it would have been really good for my portfolio. Anyway, that was the drama. This is a documentary, which is what I originally decided to go with. I think the idea for it was really good. It was basically going to be a woman or a man sitting in a chair with a shadow. Basically, their face would be blacked out, and they'd just be talking. It'd be very, very formal, and there would be like clips of like things happening in Russia at the moment to gay people and stuff, and transgenders and whatnot. This is, what's this? Mode of address. This was about, and I applied some personal knowledge about the LGBT community, because I think if you have knowledge like first hand, then it's a lot better than second hand. And I didn't really have to I did research a lot, but I didn't have to do as much as I would have. Yeah, so this is just case studies and stuff like that. I mean, you can see everything here. Where is it? Here. Yeah. So that's that. This is the proposal for Lovers Love but Not in Russia. I kind of tried when writing a proposal, or for this proposal, I tried to kind of make it really opinionated. So it was my opinion, and the whole because the whole documentary was going to be opinionated. It was going to be my opinion, and which I don't really think that any opinion that isn't negative, isn't positive even, is a good opinion. For example, the LGBT community in Russia are being treated disgustingly, and if you don't agree with that, then don't watch my documentary, because it is basically one-sided, so it's completely biased. But anyway, this is about Putin, the laws, some things that have happened. This is my opinion. That's just some knowledge that I have. This is just describing the documentary. And social risk assessment form, which is the same with the other one, but I'm not saying different. I need to get that signed. What's this? Secondary research. Oh, this is just some research for my documentary. Skilled audits. Oh, this is just my results and stuff for, which wasn't really needed, but I did do it anyway. Didn't finish it, but I did most of it. This is a work brief. What was this? Oh, this is explaining contracts and freelance. So this is all contracts here, and this is freelance here. So it's just explaining what that is. Our reflective journal. I did quite a lot of reflective journals actually. This is just the beginning of it, so it's next. See, there was supposed to be a thing there, a chart, and I didn't do it on my portfolio. Yeah. I also have Sophie's work here because it has really helped me. I didn't use it at all, it was just kind of like looking at it. And this is my personal statement. I did this by myself. A lot of people had help from my tutor, but I chose to do it myself because I kind of wanted it to be my take on university and what I wanted to do and what I'm good at or what I think I'm good at and etc. So it was about me. I mean, I didn't really want it to be about my tutor. I didn't really want her to have much input or him to have much input either. Ezra too. I just wanted it to be about me, which might sound quite selfish and self-centered, but I mean, it's my proposal, my personal statement even, and I would be attending the uni. So yeah, this is the second one I did. I remember the first one. This is the second one I didn't really like, and this is the first one I did. You have a certain amount of numbers, not numbers, words that you have to write. So I just managed to fit it. I actually wrote some over, but this is my UCAS page. I chose Staffordshire as my first choice, and Bournemouth. Where's Bournemouth? Bournemouth is my second choice. I've been to Staffordshire University, and I really enjoyed it. I had an interview there, and the head of journalism really wanted me to attend. And he told me within 4 hours, I think it was, that I had a place there if I wanted it. So that's my first choice. Also, the course is really good. This is my employment, personal statement, choices. Yeah, these are the offers that I had. This is before I had the offer from Staffordshire. That's before the interview. Bournemouth and Brighton, I got places in Stafford. This is from Bournemouth. This is, what is this? Yeah, this is Staffordshire, and this is me. This is my interview I had. Brighton. Brighton. This is Brighton, and this is Staffordshire. This is when I had to accept my interview. What's this? Oh, this is just like places that I looked at because I originally wanted to do makeup, but I then decided that it's not for me at all. I wanted to do journalism because I love writing. So these are the places that I looked at, but they're irrelevant now really because I didn't choose. I mean, the places aren't relevant, but to me they are because I didn't choose to go to those places. What else is there? My CV, I was going to write something about me. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah, okay. Thank you.